Well, here we are. It's finally time. Yeah, so I don't need to do a standard introduction here or anything like that. I think you guys can tell, especially from the last video, how enthusiastic I am about the next game that we are going to be tackling here. Now, for any of you who are new to this series, I'm of course playing through Sonic Origins, which includes the first 4 classic Sonic games that were either released on the Sega Genesis or the Sega CD, and in the last few videos I've been tackling Sonic 1, and now today we're going to be going into, of course, Sonic CD. And, you know, before we officially, dive into the game, I should just be upfront and just say right now that out of all the classic Sonic games in the series, this one has to be my least favorite. Don't get me wrong, it's not a bad game or anything like that, but just some of the stuff that was being included in this game, on paper, it sounded like a really great idea. And I'm gonna be talking a little bit more about my thoughts about why I'm exactly not really crazy about this game as we go along here, but some of the ideas on paper sounded really cool and interesting, but it just wasn't really executed very well in the actual game itself. But like I said, I'm gonna get into that as we go along with the game. But so today we're going into Sonic CD, and let's just not waste any more time here. I'm gonna rip off the band-aids and just get into this already. So, oh yeah, and by the way, if you guys can see on screen right now, there's some new characters that weren't there previously. And no, that's not because of an unlocked thing that happens within the game. I actually ended up getting the DLC for Sonic Origins Plus. So if you notice that Knuckles is now there, and also Amy Rose is also appearing too from time to time, instead of just Sonic, Tails, and Eggman. Well, that's the reason why. The DLC, if you didn't know, actually includes Amy and Knuckles to be playable in Sonic CD, and Amy, of course, being playable in Sonic 1, 2, and 3 as well. So I definitely stand with everyone else and wondering why the hell they were not included as free DLC or just a free update type of thing, but I digress. They're here now. The DLC was on sale, so I just may as well just say why not. It's only costed $5, so anyway, enough rambling from me. Let's finally get into this, and let's finally go through Sonic CD. Oh boy. Okay, pretty cool little introduction scene involving Amy. Oh no, where's their fortune cards going? Well, it doesn't matter now because Little Big Plan's here. Alright, now we've come to the thing that I absolutely do actually enjoy the most about this game. The opening and ending cutscenes. As you guys can tell, I've decided to opt for the European version of the soundtrack and not the American version. Honestly, I only just chose this because a lot of the tracks in the European soundtrack just really sounded a lot better. But then again, everybody has their own preference for what version of the soundtrack they like the most. So, but yeah, so in the US version, we obviously hear Sonic Boom. In this version, we hear Toot Toot Sonic Warrior. And it is definitely a bop, though, I will not lie. Man, seriously, I really gotta hand it to the animators who did this opening cutscene. It just looks so good even today. Ooh, yeah, no, that was a true bop right there. Alright, but unfortunately we come to the part that I'm not exactly really excited about here. I mean, for me, this is a game that you can tell just already automatically. They kind of just used the Sonic 1 engine to make this. But I believe it was like an entirely different team as a whole that decided to make this. So anyway, oh yeah, so we've already just passed through one of the first things about this game. The time travel signpost. You can obviously go through one of these and you can either go to the past or to the future, which is mandatory if you're trying to go for the good ending in this game, which I'll get on more on that later. Before I go any further though, I just want to establish two things. One, just like with the Sonic 1 playthrough, I'm probably going to be only going through 2 zones per video. There's apparently like an additional, there's like one more zone in this game than there was in Sonic 1, so it's going to be 2 zones like per video. I'm going to see how, of course, that goes as you know, these videos go on, but just wanted to get that out there now, just for anybody who's curious enough to know. Secondly, though, if you're wondering about the whole like time travel mechanics, stuff like that, or like how I'm going to be handling this, well, as much as I don't really care for this particular game that much, I'm going to do my best to at least try to go for the good ending. Okay, so just for demonstration purposes, I am actually going to be going into the past and defeating the first Robo engine, whatever you call it. Because obviously, if I'm going to be playing through Sonic CD, I may as well just show off the time travel mechanic in this. There's already a track that I actually really do enjoy in this game. I don't know why. Unlike the American version of the soundtrack, I actually do like the past version of this stage. Oh, good God. But yeah, so I don't know what everybody's preference is for going to the past or the future, but it's kind of a pain in the ass thing to be able to pull some of this off sometimes. Because you have to be fast enough, you gotta make sure there's no enemies in your way. It's much harder. It's part of one of the reasons why there is tweaked versions of this game, so that like you can be able to go into the past like or the future a lot easier. Oh, and speaking about those robot things, here you go. So by destroying one of these in either stage, you obviously create a good future. If you're going strictly for going to the past though, you gotta make sure that you go and defeat all those like machines for every stage. So that is kind of a mandatory thing. However, my strategy for trying to go for the good ending is I'm gonna be strictly going for the special stages. Now, I'm gonna have a whole can of worms about the special stages, but honestly for me, it's just the easier way of getting the good ending. And I'm going to apply the same rule I did for Sonic 1, where I'm going to give myself 3 tries to go through the stages. And if I somehow still can't manage to get all the time stones here, well then I'm just going to have to play through and get whatever other time stones I can, but I'm probably going to end up just getting the bad ending as a whole. So I apologize in advance if I suck, but I haven't really practiced these special stages all that much. So first special stage, ahoy! See, this is one of the first things I just really am not crazy about, like, for this game. Okay, look. I do actually enjoy the music they get for the special stages in Sonic CD. They actually do sound really good here. But apart from that, though, I really couldn't care less for these special stages. Honestly, if you want to ask me about my least favorite special stages to play through, it would definitely be these. I really hate the UFOs. I mean, I know there's probably like a set power you have to go through in order to be able to get all the time stones, but it's just like, it's always a pain to go through. It's like, it's much harder than it should be for this. But anyway, so yeah, first time stone down. Nothing too hard, though. And a coin bonus. Why not? Obviously, in the original game, you would get a continue or an extra life for being able to do that. Alright, so from here on out, again, I only just want to show up the time travel mechanic just for anybody who wants to see that. But obviously, if you want to see someone actually do a full-on time travel route while getting the good ending, then you're obviously gonna have to look elsewhere. For me, though, if I'm playing through Sonic, god damn it, of course I got hit. Finally, but for me though, if I'm gonna be getting the good ending, I think I would prefer to do it the more easier way of doing it, which is just by getting all the time stones. Which I have actually been able to do at one point. I played the original Steam version of Sonic CD that was obviously remastered by Christian Whitehead and company. But this is just one of those Sonic games where it's just like, I can't easily come back to and play this one. Sonic 1 and 2 are games where you can easily just sit down and play. Because they don't really include any there's not really any convoluted ways of playing through the game. I don't know if that's making any sense, but oh Jesus, no. Ooh. That was close. Anyway, my personal preference is that I go through. There's no convoluted way of being able to go through each stages here. For me, it's easier for me to just pick up and get all the time stones because I could just play through the stage, get 50 rings just like in Sonic 1, and be able to get into the special stage ring. Simple as that for me. When you do the time travel post, it makes it much more difficult because there's a lot more exploration that has to be done. Which for some people that could be a good thing, I will not deny that. But for me, it's just, if I'm playing a Sonic game, my preference is just to go fast and get to the end of the stage with a certain amount of rings to be able to have an opportunity of getting either the Chaos Emerald or the Time Stone in this game's case. But again, that's just my opinion. For anybody who does enjoy this game, more power to you, of course. Anyway, so just like that, we're already at the end of the stage. Now, obviously, there's a difference here if you don't go to the past and destroy those robo machines. It just says Sonic got through the zone, just like in classic Sonic fashion. I know I said it already, but I apologize in advance if I don't do the best at being able to beat these special stages. I really have not had that much practice in doing so. It's the reason why I'm giving myself 3 tries to be able to get through this, because I know it's going to be a bit of trial and error in here. Got this guy. I know there's probably a set pattern for getting these UFOs much more easily, but for me, I just do whatever just to see if I can be able to get all these time stones. I probably didn't make any sense there of what I'm saying, but you guys kind of get what I'm trying to say. Oh, come on. No. Jesus. Oh, and there's the ship for, of course, being able to get a little bit of extra time. Because, of course, it's going to take me a long time for being able... Oh, no. Not now. Oh. Okay, good. Like I said, I'm not that great at playing through these special stages. I've had a lot more experience playing through the special stages in Sonic 1, 2, and even 3. Which, here's a bit of a segue. Speaking about Sonic 3, not the game, but the movie. At the time I'm recording this video, I did actually finally see Sonic 3, and oh my god. It was everything I could have ever asked for an adaptation of Sonic Adventure 2. It was such an amazing movie, man. Me and one of my friends actually had a lot of fun, watching through the whole movie. Even if it's not, I'm still debating if it beats out Sonic 2 or anything like that, but it was still just a really fun time just watching through that whole movie. The performances from Ben Schwartz, You know, and everybody else who was involved with the movie, especially Jim Carrey, obviously once again knocked it out of the park. So I had no doubt in my mind for them, like, not once again pulling off a really good performance in it. But the standout performance, I think, out of the whole thing might have to be Keanu Reeves' Shadow. Like, oh, he really did a great job, like, performing in the movie. Oh, of course, got hit. Okay, there you go. There you go. There you go. And with Keanu Reeves, man, he really went hard, like, with that movie. His performance was just really great, and it definitely really fit Shadow, like, himself. I mean, some people probably would have wanted to see Shadow's original voice actor be involved, or I think I heard at one point that Hayden Christensen was originally being in consideration for that role, or maybe people really wanted to see him perform as Shadow. But I think we got a really great having Keanu Reeves playing as Shadow. Honestly, he just really did a great job. I don't know about anybody else who are huge Shadow enthusiasts, but honestly, he just did a really great job. Oh, there's Amy. There she is. There's our Sonic fangirl. Some people keep forgetting that this is technically her debut, like, in the series. Some people might still think that her debut was in Sonic Adventure, when in reality, that was never the case. It was always Sonic CD. I mean, if that first cutscene wasn't good enough proof already, but yeah, I digress. Alright, so where was I? Oh yeah, Sonic 3 itself. Honestly, it was definitely a lot of fun, and I was able to, since I'm of course a Sonic fan, makes a lot of sense for me being able to get a lot of the references that were used in it. But you know what's really strange? I'm actually someone who has never actually played through Sonic Adventure 2. I've always known a lot about its story, like Shadow himself, along with his relationship between Maria and obviously Gerald Robotnik, and the, oh god, no, Slicers. But yeah, so I knew about, like, the main story stuff that was included in it, and obviously, if any of you guys have seen the Snapcube fan dub, I know about Eggman using his super laser piss and pissing on the moon.
That's right, this is what you get! My super laser piss! I'm pissing on the moon! How do you like that, Obama? I pissed on the moon, you idiot!
So, I already knew very well of what was going to happen with this. I mean, god damn you. Now look, it wasn't going to be one-to-one like Sonic Adventure 2, of course. Because obviously the movie adaptation version of that game was going to be a lot different. You know, do their own specific story while still at least trying to stay true to what was shown off in the actual movie itself. I mean, in the actual game itself. You guys know what I'm trying to say. But anyway, to kind of wrap this up here a little bit, and I really did love the movie. I waited a very long time to see this movie, like 2 years. I mean, 2 years is probably nothing, really, between, like, a certain movie. I mean, 2 years is probably, like a long time to wait before another movie comes out, but... Oh, God, no! Why am I not surprised? Don't hit me, don't hit me. Well, 2 years may not seem like a very long time to wait for a movie, but it still felt like an eternity since Sonic 2 first came out. So obviously the hype was real for me. Okay, I wasn't even intentionally trying to go into the past. But there you go. We got another interesting way of being able to go into the past in this stage. No, no, no. Oh, look at that. It's one of the Metal Sonic holograms. I don't really get the purpose of this, but apparently in the Christian Whitehead version of this game, there is an achievement for going to the past and destroying all those. Which is kind of cool, I guess, but I don't really... That seems more like kind of a bragging rights kind of feel. But yeah, that's just me, though. I know I keep on saying that a lot, but I know, but I just want to keep on reestablishing that because again, I'm just not really a huge fan of this particular game. Like, I mean, the music is really good from what I've heard, but that's the thing. This is just one of those Sonic games that just doesn't have really like the most memorable soundtrack, like in my eyes, or in my ears in this case. We're talking about music here. Oh, yeah, that's right. I keep on forgetting about the drop dash is always included, even in this version of the game. So I could have used that a few times, but it doesn't matter now. I'm already at the end of the stage. I know some people are probably going to be complaining that I probably could have found that Badnik machine thing, whatever it's called here, but I have my own preference for wanting to get through the good ending, so. Ah! Oh, come on. I could have gotten that. Oh, no. Oh, it's great that I got the speed shoes, but I'm losing control of myself. This is why I'm really doing my best to take my time here, because I don't want to mess up. I mean, I am giving myself 3 tries here, so if I do happen to mess up here, I could obviously retry, which is something that the original Sonic CD would have obviously not allowed you to do. Alright, but there we go. 3rd time stone. Alright, so I keep on getting sidetracked so often. I think I was talking about Sonic 3, the 3rd Sonic movie. I was talking a little bit about like the performances in that movie, and it doing at least a pretty damn good job of at least adapting some of the plot lines of Sonic Adventure 2. But you know what else? Well, it was definitely a really hilarious movie, like altogether. Now I know some people. I'd heard a lot of people were kind of complaining a little bit about the fact that there was so many potentially cringeworthy, hilarious moments in that movie. But to me, let's be honest, I knew what I was getting myself into with it. That like, no, not going up there. Like, I get that some people were hoping that Sonic 3 was going to be a little bit more of a serious, like a movie to watch, because I can imagine there's a lot of moments in the third. I can imagine there's a lot of moments in Sonic Adventure 2 where it's taken very seriously. But from my perspective, I think that Sonic 3 did a pretty good job of trying to pull off an even blend of serious and also comedic moments all at the same time. But again, this is coming from someone who's never really played the actual game itself, so what do I know? Alright, there we go. I swear, I'm not even doing that intentionally. I'm just trying to go through the stage. I mean, hey, if I happen to find it, that's great too. Ooh. Thank you, Drop Dash. Yeah, so the movie just has a really good blend of like serious moments, but also still being funny at the same time, because it's supposed to be like an entertaining movie for a lot of people to watch. Oh yeah, one thing I've officially pulled off the super peel out. Alright, so I have enough rings now to get to the special stage, so I just gotta get to the end here. Yeah, I'm sorry, I do not care about going to the future right now. I'm trying to get through the stage. Ooh, now I gotta really make sure I watch my step here. Like here. I got my eye on you, Slicer. Alright, so where was I? So that's just my thoughts about the movie itself. But I think some of the stuff I enjoyed so much is the post-credits scene itself. Now, I'm obviously not going to spoil that here because I'm not that kind of an asshole who's going to be doing that for people who still haven't seen the movie yet. But the post-credits scene, the one in particular that is officially teasing a Sonic 4, because, yeah, for those of you who didn't know, Sonic 4 is now officially confirmed for 2027, so you can already kind of figure out that they were gonna probably be teasing that movie in some way, so no surprise there. But the real surprise is who they decide to reveal, though. The people behind the Sonic movies have had a certain track record of revealing a character that is going to be involved within the next Sonic movie. For example, Sonic 1 obviously revealed that Tails was going to be in Sonic 2. No question, no doubt about that there. And then for Sonic 2, they confirmed that Shadow was, of course, going to be showing up in Sonic 3. So, make sure to stay after the credits for Sonic 3. There is a new character that is going to be revealed for Sonic 4, and I lost my mind. That's all I'm going to say right now. I lost my mind for the character that was revealed for it. One of my friends thought this particular character was actually going to be in Sonic 3, like, at some point in the movie, but I'm typically one of those people who are like, I think Jeff Fowler, the director, and someone else on his team kind of let it be known that it's glad they didn't include this character in the movie itself, because we already had Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, and we also had Shadow and, like, Gerald Robotnik, so it's like, what's the point of including, like, another character in it? Like, you don't want to oversaturate the movie with too many characters that we have to keep track of, because, like, they want to make sure that there was enough time so that, like, Shadow's story could be able to be told. So good on them for at least realizing that. Oh, God. Oh, God, yeah, I do not want to fall down there. But yeah, so Sonic 3, if you guys still have not seen the movie, then what are you doing, man? And Sonic fans of all kinds, whether old or new, definitely need to go check out this movie. It's a really fun time, and it definitely... Of course I got hit. But, like, it's not just, like, it's not just a fun movie in my eyes, but it's also really great for Sonic fans, too, who's been following this series for either a very long time or even for newcomers as well. Alright, I'm gonna stop talking about the movie now because, like, I need to really concentrate on this boss. Okay, nice. Right, get me, stop throwing me in there. Oh my God, come on. Come on, man. Yeah, there's a reason why I don't really remember this particular boss battle that much. I don't even remember this. I've been talking so much about this. I've been talking so much about the movie that at this point I've kind of lost track as to what zone we're in. I know this is the second one, but I'm forgetting the name of it. Yeah, so I just. No, come on, get me up there. Get me up there. Really? Come on. Do I want to lose more rings? No, I don't. I guess it's supposed to be pinball themed, but am I doing something wrong entirely? Or am I not just aiming myself at the right point at these? Alright, at least I got the shield now. Come on, man! Oh, this boss battle is not fun. This boss battle is annoying. It's official. I'm getting to that point where this is actually starting to annoy me a little bit. Oh, I swear to God, if I would have hit those spikes, I would... Oh, finally! Alright. Whatever the name of this zone is, now complete. And we're already making really good progress in terms of the time zone. I thought that the special stages, at least for this playthrough of the game, was going to give me a bit of trouble. And I thought that I was going to have to retry those special stages a couple of times, because I've already explained through as to why I'm not exactly the best at playing through the special stages, but like I just thought it was going to suck a little bit more. But hey, I'm actually really glad that I was able to at least get through those first 3 special stages. So we're now three out of the, it's either 6 or 7 time stones. I keep forgetting if this game had 6 or 7 of them, but like we're at least making progress on the time stones. I have a feeling that by the end of this playthrough, we're definitely going to be able to get through and get the good ending, but I don't want to jinx myself too hard, so yeah, we'll just have to wait and see what happens to that. Alright guys, that's basically all for today. In the next video, we are of course going to be going through Tidal Tempest Zone, which I believe is the labyrinth zone of this game, so that should be pretty fun. But yeah, we're also going to be going and nabbing all the other time stones, and yeah, so basically we're just going to keep on playing through and just see what else is there to experience. I'm sorry I haven't really been very talkative in terms of like this game, or at least remembering some of the stuff about this game, but like I said, this is just not a very memorable Sonic game, at least for me personally. Like, I know people love this game, or at least I know a good majority of people really do enjoy this game, but like, apart from maybe some tracks at the soundtrack, it's a game that just doesn't really hold a special place in my heart. Like, I just have a lot more enjoyment with Sonic 1, 2, and 3, to be quite frank. So yeah guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed, leave a comment below with your thoughts, and obviously, if you haven't subscribed already, subscribe if you want to continue watching this series as it goes on. So yeah guys, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, take care.